Hello friends. So this is our last video for today, and we are going to do adding integers. Now, as I said on my school, we've added integers quite a bit this year, but the difference is we've only ever added two integers together at once. We've not done anything like this where we're adding a bunch of integers together, right? So I want to talk about that. We're going to do just the first four problems. Again, this worksheet is attached on my school, so you should have it printed out because you're going to finish the left column for me today. We're going to do the first four problems together, and then you're going to finish 5 through 15, just the odds. But save this sheet, actually, yeah, save this sheet because, 5, 6, 7. How did I mess that up? Oh, 1, 3, 5. Oh, that's weird. These two are reversed. So let's just say you're doing the left column even though this says 8 and this says 7. I'm not sure why I did that. Anyway, you're just going to finish the left column today and then save the right column. I think we'll do that on Thursday. All right, so these look really kind of scary because there's so many numbers to add together, but they're really not that bad. Remember, when we add integers, we just want to see which is more, the positives or the negatives. So when we do these, what we're going to do is we're going to go through it and we're going to collect all the same types. All right, so I'm going to collect all the negative integers and I'm going to collect all the positive integers and I'm going to add them up. So there's only one positive integer, that's just positive 25. And then to it, we're going to add the sum of all of these. Now, when we add all negatives together, hopefully you remember that you get a negative number. So what we're doing is we're adding negative 55 and negative 17 and 92. Sorry, you're adding 55, 17, 92, and 88, but you're just going to make it negative. They're all negative to begin with. When we add all negatives, we get a negative. All right, so it doesn't matter how you do this. Definitely do it by hand. Don't do it by calculator. I'm going to start with these two because they add together to give me something that's a multiple of 10. So the 8 and the 2 gives me a 10 right there, and then 90 and 80 gives me 70 plus that other 10. So this is, sorry, not 70, 170. So then this ends up being 180 right here. And then if I add the 17 to that, that gives me 197 with all three of these. And then if I add the 55 to that, I get 2, I get 5, I get 252. Just check my math there, make sure I did that properly. But I get negative 252. Again, 17, 18, yeah, that's 180, 190, 197, and 55 should be 252. Okay, so again, what I've done is I've just broken it down into a bunch of negative numbers that I'm adding together that will give me just a giant negative number, and then the sum of the positives. And again, in this case, there's only one positive. All right, so now I'm just adding two integers, all right, just like we've done before. So remember, if the signs are the same, you find their sum. If the signs are different, you find the difference, all right? So the signs are different here. I have positive 25 and negative 252, which means I'm going to find the difference. So I'm going to take 252 and I'm going to subtract 25. All right, so I get 227, and then I take the sign of whichever of these two was larger. All right, so the 252 was larger, and so it was the negative, and so our answer is going to be negative 227. All right, let's do the same thing here for number 2. All right, so I'm going to collect all the negatives. All right, that's negative 12 and negative 40 is going to give me negative 52. And I'm going to collect all the positives. So 77, 22, and 35. 77 and 22 gives me 99, and 35 gives me 134. All right, so I'm adding 134 and negative 52. Again, in each of these problems, since we're collecting all the positives and all the negatives, we're going to end up with one positive and one negative. We shouldn't ever end up with the same sign here because we should have the sum of all the positives and the sum of all the negatives, so we should get one of each, which means we're always, at this point, going to be finding the difference. So it's going to be 134 minus 52. That gives us 82. And we take the sign of the larger. The 134 was larger, it was positive, and so it's just 82. And again, feel free to write positive 82, but you could just write 82. All right, number 3. We're going to collect all the positives and then all the negatives. All right, so fortunately we just have one negative there, which is negative 41. And then all the positives. I'm going to choose to add the 17 and the 3 together because that gives me 20. 20 plus 4 is 60. 60 plus 91 is 151. All right, now we're just down to 2 numbers, one positive, one negative. So we're going to subtract, find the difference. This is 9, oh no, sorry, that's 110. Right, and then we're going to take the sign of the larger. The larger of these 2 numbers was the 151, and it's positive, so this is just positive 110. All right, last one. 43 and 66 are our 2 negative numbers. I'm going to do them first. If it were just 60 and 40, we would get 100, and then 6 and 3 is 9, so this should be negative 109. Again, feel free to do this by hand. If you can't do it mentally, that's fine. You don't need to do it all in your head. And then these are our 3 negative, or our 3 positives. 27 and 58. 7 and 8 is 15, and 2 and 5 is 7. So 70, 85. So these 2 are 85 plus 89. This is 174. All right, so we have 174 plus negative 109. Again, one positive, one negative added together. It's going to give us 174 minus 109. All right, that becomes a 6. 14 minus 9 is 5. This becomes 65. The positive is the larger, and so this is going to be positive 65 or just plain old 65. All right, so again, sometimes it'll end up being negative like it did in this first time, in this first problem. Sometimes it'll end up being positive like it did in these other 3. All right, so again, you're going to do the left column, even though this is listed as problem number 8 and it's even, do this left column right here. All right, then you're going to take a picture of it and send it to me so that I know that you have completed it. I'll also put the answer key on there so that you can go back and fix it if you need to. All right. Thanks. Bye.